over the last couple of days, I've made a video going through Jesus' parables, and there's a connection that's been standing out to me that I'd like to make and see what you guys think. So there are two parables that I'd like to run parallel. One of them is when the master is about to leave and he has a certain amount of funds, inheritance call it. He has resources that he entrusts to his servants. So he calls 3 servants. He gives one of the servants 1 silver bar. And the second one, he entrusts 2 silver bars. And the third one, he entrusts 3 silver bars. Now, this parable shows up in different versions, but the setup is the same. And the second parable that I'd like to discuss is the one where father has 2 sons. They're both working on his ranch, right? And then you have the younger son that's like, you know what, Dad? I've had enough. I'll take half of my money, half of the inheritance. I want to go see the world and do what I want. So the father gives him his half of the inheritance, and he goes off and blows the whole entire thing on drinking, partying, prostitutes, and all of the sinful things, right? All the way up until there's a famine, and all of a sudden he finds himself in a ditch eating pig's food. He gets up and he's like, okay, I need to find my way back home. And when he was halfway home, his father comes out, he greets him, and he throws him a feast as though this son has been some kind of champion, a winner. And that kind of rubs the older brother wrong. And the older brother is like, hold on. So I've been working for you faithfully, seemingly enough, and you throw this guy a feast? I have been wanting to have a feast. I have been wanting to have a party with my friends and some alcohol and do all the fun stuff. But instead, I've been working for you, and this guy blows your money and you're going to throw him a feast? I'm not going in there. So the point that I'm trying to make is you actually have to spend your father's inheritance in order to enter the kingdom of heaven. And here's why. The parallel parable that I'd like to talk about is where the master leaves and entrusts them with the money. So when he comes back after a long time, he calls them over and he's like, hey, what do you have for me? And the one that had 3 brings back another 3, and he's like, I'm bringing some return. The second one comes back and he's like, you know what? I invested your money and actually made some more money, so I'm going to bring you more than what you expect. In order for you to get a return on your investment, you need to spend it first. And it might look like you just blew the money. He didn't leave an instruction. He didn't tell you how to do it. He just gave you the money for you to figure out. So the responsible one that didn't want to lose the money, that didn't want to be wrong, that didn't want to take the risk, ended up finding himself on the outside. But the ones that took the risk came back with a return that the master found to be worthy enough for them to enter the feast. So the goal that I'm trying to make and what I'm seeing is you actually have to spend the inheritance that your master or your father has left you with. A lot of us want to protect ourselves from being sinful, from getting it wrong, and as a result, we never spend, and as a result, we don't bring a return, and as a result, we find ourselves on the outside of the kingdom. Spend the inheritance.